Feels like we've only just stopped filming the last watch along and we are back again. Sheffield United, Bramall Lane, the location for hopefully a positive evening for Norwich City. Welcome along, everyone. It's Jack Reeve. It's Talk Norwich City. It is the watch along for Sheffield United against Norwich City. Welcome along. This is, if you've never joined before, an interactive arena for us to chat about watching Norwich City in action. We get underway in about 10 minutes' time. Fans and both Norwich and Sheffield United fans filtering through the gates at Bramall Lane at the moment. We are in the comfort of our own home watching Norwich City hopefully pick up a positive result on the road. Let's get some questions, some comments in straight away. Great to see Craigo in the chat. Is Chris a part-timer nowadays? Funny you mention, Craigo. Funny you mention. Just me again tonight. I'm the only one who's seemingly up for it. Chris gives it the big talk on the podcasts. Oh, Mr. Positive this, Mr. Positive that. Are you turning up on a Tuesday night when Norwich City are playing Tony Springett at left back against Sheffield United? That is a question for Chris Reeve. That is only something that he can answer. Drop him a tweet. Let us know. I don't know. Where is he? It's Ant without Deck. It's Darling without Rory McConville. We shall see. No Chris tonight, just me. Adam on the Lakens early says, Springett winner tonight, question mark. Well, we'll get on to the team news very shortly. Leedsy says, watch along win finally. Not sure about that. We shall see. We shall see. Springett, says James. when we came out with that on the podcast, when I came out on the podcast, I thought it was slightly, I thought it was an amusing moment. And I didn't think we'd see Tony Springett in a Norwich City shirt again. How wrong I was. How very wrong I was. A massive thank you to Stephen for the first super chat of the night. Purple Patch Science or 2015 Redmond? Oh my goodness me. What a question to kick off the watch along. I mean, Redmond for the Wembley goal, Redmond for the Ipswich Town semi-final goal, generational run from Nathan Redmond. Boha, superb, but there was constantly a little bit of controversy with Purple Patch Science, wasn't there? And sadly, not part of a better team. So it has to be Nathan Redmond. Big thanks for the first super chat of the evening. This is an interesting one. Let's get on to the team news. And Tommy says, why no Chris Garden? So it's a weird one with Chris Garden. Very weird one. He's obviously been, he got 5 minutes on, well, not even 5 minutes on Saturday. He's been very much a kind of cameo appearances ever since his return from injury. Chris Gorham has tweeted this evening that he is out injured. So that is the issue with Matthias. Chris Gordon, I think there's been a kind of niggling one for quite some time. And he doesn't make the squad this evening. I'm sure Philippe Clement will be asked about Matthias Chris Gordon after. It is a concern. You know, once again, it's a bit of Ben Napper recruitment. And the difference with Chris Gordon is it does seem like there's a player in there. You know, he's been exciting in periods, but again, just not any form of consistency in terms of regular game time, which has been a massive shame for Matthias Chris Gordon and a massive shame for Norwich City, who once again have to go without him. Let's take a look then at the Norwich City lineup. I will bring it up on screen. Here it is then. That is the team for this evening. Vladan Kovacevic at goal, Kellen Fisher at right back, Rory McConville and Jakov Medic. Of course, Harry Darling out suspended. Tony Springett in at left back. It's a midfield pairing of Kenny McLean and Pell Matson. That's unchanged. Job McCarmer out on the right-hand side. He replaces Forson. Jacob Wright in the number 10. He replaces Emi Marcondes. Oscar Schwartau on the left. Josh Sargent up front. Now, I must say, I like the makeup of that front six, let's call it. McLean and Matson, I think, have been really good the last couple of games. McCarmer out on the right. He's, trouble when he gets going, which is good. And I think suits a game like this away from home. Jacob Wright in the 10. Look, who knows what that will be like. We've been calling for Jacob Wright a little bit more. big opportunity for him this evening. Will be brilliant if he comes in and makes an instant impact. Oscar Schwarz out on the left-hand side. Well, he's basically our only option. And Josh Sargent, obviously, up front. It is that defensive line that gives me slight shivers. Now, Kellen Fisher, Rory McConville, fine. They're probably your first two names on the team sheet in terms of defence. Jakov Medic does worry me. Tony Springett does worry me. Vladan Kovacevic after Saturday does give me slight anxiety. So, look, I'm fearing the worst. I'm hoping for the best. Sheffield United, let's take a look at their team because they're without their own issues. They are going for seemingly a game of Tetris with their formation, a 4-2-2-2. They've made 8 changes this evening from Saturday's game. Apparently a bug going through the dressing room. I'm not sure if Philippe Clement has given some sort of dodgy lasagna or something into there. But lots of changes. We can't exactly use the injuries as an excuse this evening because Sheffield United without their better players as well, but it's still a really good squad, isn't it? You've got Cannon, you've got Ings, you've got O'Hare, you've got Harrison Burrows, you've got Shong. It's a really, spicy championship lineup. They are the most informed team over the last 5 games in the championship. They hadn't won a game not so long ago. Now they've gone on a real run. It shows how quickly it can change. You were always expecting Sheffield United to pick things up a little bit, and that they have. This is going to be really tough this evening. This is going to be really, really tough. Get your score predictions in the comment section. I would love to see them, and I will pull them up on screen. As always, if you want to support the channel, you can leave a super chat. You can also become a member. I think it says join channel below. There's a few little different perks if you want to join as a TNC member. Much appreciated. Benny says, let's go all out and attack and try and score more than them. Evening, Jack. Up the Norwich. Evening, my friend. How are you? Bandit Boy says 2-2 draw. I think I'd take that. Andrew says 3-1 United. I assume you're a Sheffield United fan, Andrew. I hope you come in peace. Good evening, my friend. Shane Jones says Harry Darling and Ryan Bennett on BBC Radio Norfolk. Wow, what a duo that is. But, of course, you're locked into TNC, not Radio Norfolk. Norman says we score 4 today and Jack's taking his top off and downing a pint live. I'd probably be more likely to down a pint. I don't think any of you want to see me with my top off. We are 2 minutes away from kickoff. The teams are out on the pitch. This is what it's all about, right? Tuesday nights, under the lights, mid-December, championship ding-dong. That's an exciting prospect. Is watching Tony Springett at left back as an exciting prospect? Look, you can't have it all in life, right? So let's lock in. Let's try and make the best of it. Let's get it positive in the comment section. Let's try and find something this evening. The NCFC supporter says, hey, Jack, this isn't a score prediction about Rory McConville got November player of the match, player of the month. Do you think it was 100% deserved or did Norwich not have anyone else to pick from? Look, Rory McConville has been excellent this last month or so. And just as we were starting to see a real partnership between himself and Harry Darling gets suspended. I like McConville for a few reasons. He's quick. He's a modern-day centre-back. He's good with his feet as well as in the air. He's very clever. We saw him go away on international duties and he picked up a couple of man of the matches for his country. He came back. He's been brilliant ever since. Norwich are relying on a consistent 11 now. I think we're getting there. The defence has been obviously decimated with injuries, which hasn't helped. We are getting there. If we can get Rory McConville and Harry Darling ticking, you can get Kellen Fisher out at right back. I think Ben Crescene should be... Is he on the bench this evening, Ben Crescene? Have I gone early on that one? So Crescene's on the bench, which is a step in the right direction. Hopefully, we will be heading in the right direction. But Rory McConville has been absolutely excellent. A few more super chats flying through. Thank you so much. UK RNDM says, controversial. I don't want Makama to start if he's in a wide position. Changes how we play. Force balls to the big man. Prefer the team with Forson. I don't think it's particularly controversial. I think Forson's been good in the last couple of weeks. I do like Makama, and I do like Makama away from home in particular. I like the ability to go long and diagonal into him when we're under pressure. It gives Tony Springett another outlet as well. Look, we'll see. I'm glad we've gone with McCarman, but I do get your point, UKRNDM. I do completely. Max says, Springett hat-trick tonight, I'm telling you. Few people on the Laken's early doors here. Good to see. Good to see. We are underway. We are 40-odd seconds into this game. And not a lot has happened. We look very bright. Those yellow kits are joyous this evening. Fantastic to see. Look, this is going to be an interesting one. And, you know, the game against Watford, it felt quite critical that we should have picked up a point, because really tough run now. Really tough run. Sheffield United tonight, Southampton, Preston, and then who is it after that? Is it Charlton, isn't it? So, we need to keep momentum going. The win against QPR was great. We obviously had the draw against Oxford, but you need to keep that ticking, especially when you've got ground to make up. Because we sacked Liam Manning so late and because we wasted so much time, it means we've not got a buffer now, as they're already going at Tony Springett down that left-hand side. He's lost his man. Tony Springett's lost his man. He's puffing already. Oh, no, cut back! Oh, it should be 1-0 Sheffield United. Tony Springett really exposed down that left-hand side. And again, a big concern there. How many times have we seen it in recent weeks? It was Cannon with the chance. Tony Springett done for pace down the right-hand side, our left, cut back, Cannon. It absolutely acres. It was a good block in the end. That could and probably should be 1-0 Sheffield United early doors. That is not a promising sign. They're already targeting that side of the pitch. They would be dumb not to. We have no left-footed players on that side of the pitch. We don't have any left-sided players. We are playing someone at left back. Oh, he's been done again. He's been done again. Pel Matson has to cover. Good save from Vladimir Kovacevic. That's twice in the opening 2 minutes. Tony Springett has been done for pace down that side. That is a concern. The problem is Oscar Schwartau has basically played every single minute of this season. So he's not going to be able to make those busting runs back to be able to cover Tony Springett. This does feel like an evening where we're going to have to score 2 or 3 to get anything, because you fancy Sheffield United with their quality going forwards, especially against this defensive line with Jakov Medic and Tony Springett, to score a couple themselves. The weird thing with Springett is he's meant to be an attacker, right? So you assume that he'd have pace. He looks so slow. He looks so slow. Look, I don't want this to sort of turn into a Tony Springett hate along, because he's a young lad. It's not his fault he's having to play left back. Josh Sargent does well on the halfway line. I tell you what, Norwich can break here. That was fantastic work from Josh Sargent. As Pel Matson brings the ball forward, he'll go out wide to Jovan McCarman. This is a really good counter-attack from Norwich. And it'll be hit. Oh, it's just wide. That was a lovely counter-attack from Norwich City. Fantastic work on the halfway line from Josh Sargent. And Jacob Wright narrowly wide. I tell you what, an end-to-end start this for Norwich City. Jovan McCarman, right-hand side, pulls it back to right. He fancies it. And just wide. Brilliant work on the halfway mark from Sargent to hold it up, twist his man. And it's interesting, we kind of set up as a counter-attacking team against Watford, and for that first half it worked. And tonight, again, we're so much quicker in transition under Philippe Clement. So much quicker in transition, which is good to see. Like, the counter-attack has a time and a place, and maybe that's what they want to adopt away from home. Maybe they're going to have to become that team in order to, Kellen, well done. In order to try and pick up points. This Sheffield United squad is remarkable in terms of depth of quality. I mean, the fact that they've made 8 changes tonight and it's still got players it has in there is remarkable. I know they kind of, I think, spent fairly sizably in the summer. Remarkable, much like us, really, that they were ever in a position where they were. I know they've kind of pulled away a little bit now, but crazy that teams with this much quality can kind of get into the mess they can in the Championship. This feels already like it could be a long night. We're 5 minutes into this game and Tony Springett has been beaten down that side 3 times already. Already you can see the zip about Sheffield United, so much more quality than Oxford, QPR, and even Watford. I wasn't mad on Watford. Like, they did some things okay. I thought defensively they were all over the shop. I think that could be, one we look back on come the end of the season and go, oh, how have we lost that one? Tony the snooker fan, thanks so much for becoming a member, mate. That's very kind of you. Yeah, as I say, you can become a member, click join the channel. It helps support the channel, and there's lots of perks as well. NCFC supporters, I feel really bad for Oscar Schwarzer with how much he's being forced to play. Look, it's a tough one, isn't it? I can't imagine he's hating playing every game. He's a young lad, he's fit. He's got it in him. I think it was much like Ante Sienat's last season. Because of injuries, Ante had to play basically every game. Right wing, the number 9, and sometimes being thrown into the deep end really helps you. That's a lovely ball from Jakub Medic into Kenny McLean. Can't quite do enough. I think sometimes it's a good thing. I think Oscar will be learning a lot from this. I think ultimately, though, and we saw it in that Watford game, when the clock was ticking towards the end, like he just looked absolutely knackered, and a couple of crosses from that side because he wasn't quick enough to shut it down ultimately cost us. You'd say Sheffield United have been on top so far, Norwich have looked fairly good on the counter attacks. Still 0-0. Still 0-0. That's the main thing. Let's just try and get through the first 10 minutes unscathed and then see where we get to. Stat, Norwich are winless in their last 8 midweek championship games. I think we've probably done a watch along for all 8 of them. I mean, our record over the past 3 years on these watch alongs has been absolutely horrendous. Mainly because we only ever do them for away games, which skews things somewhat. But yes, it's been poor. So hopefully that changes this evening. OTB NZ says, Big Mac goal, are you ready? I tell you what, I fancy a bit of Jovan Makama tonight. I do. I think this is the type of game that he'll really like. Notable already, Sheffield United's press is so high, which is going to be dangerous. And I think they've been told just target that defensive line, put them under pressure, put them under a lot of pressure. But there is huge, if we can break that press, you're through, right? And then you've got Sargent, you've got hopefully Jacob Wright, you've got Maatsen who's got an engine on him. So if we've got the quality to see past that press, there will be opportunities for us tonight. My concern is with Medic, with Springett, with players out of position back there, we might not be able to do that. We shall see. Eyeball Paul says we were spoiled with the watch along wins in the lockdown season. Oh, mate, don't. I mean, it wasn't the most glorious of times because it was COVID, but Norwich were just exceptional that year, weren't they? I remember vividly, really vividly. Was it a Tuesday or Wednesday night when we played Huddersfield? I think we won, was it 7-0, 7-1, something like that. And I just remember the whole 90 minutes just laughing at how good we were. Pookie, Buendia, Cantwell. Oh, it was just stunning. Just stunning. Great times to be a Norwich fan. That just a shame we didn't get to see it in the ground. Jack Mitchell. This is a controversial one. Honestly think Kenny needs to be dropped. Play Wright and Maatsen. Bold. I think Kenny is. I think without Kenny, this team is worse off. I really do. I think Kenny. Look, he's not perfect, and he's not a spring chicken anymore. But there's a reason why every single manager he plays under, he's starting. I think he's a quality player at this level, and ultimately has that experience that I think you need, and we probably lack across the team. So yeah, I don't think I'd drop Kenny. When he's fit, he plays for me. I think it's as simple as that. I do think that the Jacob Wright situation will get interesting because I think Maatsen and Wright are ultimately at this stage undroppable. But you've got a player in Wright who we don't know, but we think has quality. So tonight is a real opportunity for him in that 10 because I think he'll get opportunities. We've already seen him have one. So if he can take his chance tonight, then he basically locks down a starting position with Chris Garden. Oh wow, Sheffield United, that could be 1-0. with Chris Garden injured, you'd probably have Wright over Marcondes if he performs. I tell you what, Norwich were absolutely left sleeping there at the back, and that could and probably should have been 1-0. McConville thinks Kovacevic is coming. Kovacevic thinks McConville is coming, and none of them do. And it's Cannon that heads wide in the end. That would have been such a sloppy goal to concede. But we get away with it. It's a corner. It's probably not a corner, but we'll take it considering the circumstances. Big thanks to Mr. Radio Floyd for the 99p super chat. Very kind of you, my friend. Love to see those super chats coming through. Very kind of you all. Fraser says Kovacevic so slow off his line. He was there. He's not normally. I'll tell you what, we are 10 minutes into this, and Sheffield United have probably had 3 or 4 pretty good opportunities. Let's hope that they will be left to rue them. I like Kovacevic, I do, and I think the mistakes at the weekend were poor. Just 1 sec as Maatsen comes forward here. There might be a good chance for Norwich to break. Maatsen into Kellen Fisher. He'll go back. Norwich really, after 11 minutes, the first occasion. Oh, what a ball from Kenny McLean. This is lovely from Norwich. Unlucky, Josh Sargent. Really nice defensive splitting pass from Kenny McLean there. Yeah, on Kovacevic, look, I don't think, yes, if he pulls off a couple more saves, we win at the weekend, but I think he's won us more points than he's lost us this season. It's tough as a goalkeeper, especially in this team. So many shots on goal. You've got ever-changing line in front of you. I've seen enough from Kovacevic to give me faith. And ultimately, your goalkeeper will always look better when the defence in front of you is a bit better as well. So I've not loved the critique around Kovacevic over the last few days, I must say. Keep me updated as to what the other scores are, by the way. Every game in and around us, Pompey, Swansea, Oxford, important. Blackburn, I see they're at Ewood Park again tonight. Let's hope that they get a game that doesn't flood. What is going on at Ewood Park? Shocking. Norwich breaking here. Josh Sargent, again, a nice little flick from Jacob Wright, given away by Sargent. Well won back by Fisher. Given away again, free kick. Norwich have looked, when we've had the ball, we've looked sharp. And that's the difference, I think. That has been the main difference for me under Clement to what it was Manning. When we had the ball under Manning, it was so slow, it was so passive, it was so predictable. The 3 Ps. Passive, predictable, poor. Another P. Have that one for free. Under Clement, there is an intensity. There was in the first half against Watford. That dropped off. For me, that was a fitness issue on Saturday. I'm hoping that changes this evening. Jacob Wright with a free kick pretty deep into the Sheffield United half, headed clear, but it's not clear just yet, and it will fall for Oscar Schwartau on the left wing. Norwich with possession here, deep into the Sheffield United half. When I'm doing these, I'm always appreciative of Chris Gorham. He makes commentary look effortless. Grime McConville headed down. Simple save for the goalkeeper. Again, end-to-end game so far. I don't think that suits Norwich City, who have a pretty makeshift squad and a squad that looked shattered on Saturday, and barring Wright and Medic, who comes in, and McCarmer as well, it's pretty much unchanged. Schwartau, Maatsen, McLean all had incredibly hard shifts on Saturday. Maatsen tries to play a ball forwards, intercepted, but Norwich win it back through Kellen Fisher. Kenny McLean down this right-hand side. It's settled down a little bit now, which is good to see. It was a pretty frantic start. Norwich have been able to get their foot on the ball a little bit more than they did in the opening 5 minutes of this game, and that will suit Norwich. They'll want control of this tonight. They'll want to find a way to just take all of the chaos out of it. The only concern so far is every single attack that Norwich have had has been kind of a long ball forwards. Josh Sargent back to goal. We want Josh Sargent facing the goal. We want Josh Sargent running at the defenders. That's where we get him in his best position. Jovan McCarmer, good work to get back. Won by Harry McConville. Good work from Norwich City. And they'll break through Kellen Fisher. Will he pick his head up and find a pass? No, he'll just keep on running. Kellen Fisher beating a few men here. He's still going. That's a fantastic run from Fisher. And McCarmer could be in here. And McCarmer isn't. He'll cross it. It's a good block. What a run that was by Kellen Fisher. McCarmer still has the ball. Could have maybe done better in that position. It was a cross-come shot and couldn't quite work it out. Kenny McLean into Matson. Norwich still have it. And it's Sargent. And he'll pick his head up and find Oscar Schwartau who will shoot. And it's around the box and it'll fall to Kellen Fisher. Norwich on top, Fisher! Just over the bar. Brilliant stuff from Kellen Fisher from back to front. Really good bit of play that from Norwich. Philippe Clement applauding it. All through Kellen Fisher down that right-hand side. My goodness, he looks so much better down that right side than he does the left. And it was nearly a spectacular goal. Good save from the goalkeeper. Much more pleasing for last 5 minutes from Norwich City. That was good to see. It'll be a corner ball. Norwich looking punchy on the break here. A couple of good chances already for Jacob Wright, for Kellen Fisher, all on the counter-attack. It'll be Jacob Wright in swinging corner, whipped in. Kenny McLean with a front post header. Probably should get it on target over the bar. Good opportunity that for Kenny McLean. Good phase of play this from Norwich. Much more pleasing. Yeah, it was McLean. Oh, it's a lovely ball. And that's where Jacob Wright comes in. Set pieces. Delicious corner there. We're already seeing a couple of good dead ball situations. McLean will be disappointed not to at least force a save. Pleasing 5 minutes from Norwich City. More of that, please. Let's get some comments, shall we? I love Fisher so much as Babs Ollie. Yeah, he is he's an exceptional young talent. I think he looks twice the player, 3 times the player at right back than left back. It makes such a difference just being able to play him in position. And that's the main issue with the injuries. Like, it's not necessary. It's the knock-on effects of the injuries. You're having to play Schwartau for every single minute. You're having to, play Springett at left back. You're having to play Fisher out of position sometimes. It doesn't help anyone. It really doesn't. And yeah, not ideal. I tell you what, so far has impressed me as well. Jovan McCarmer's work rate. There's a couple of moments where Sheffield United have been able to break, and McCarmer's been there to just intercept. Good stuff from McCarmer. Norwich breaking again here through Oscar Schwartau. He'll go into right. He'll try and flip his man. Does well. It's still right. It's Oscar Schwartau. This is Schwartau. Sargent on the line. Oh, it was an overhead kick from Josh Sargent. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. It was Schwartau, it was Wright, and then it was Sargent who executed his overhead kick beautifully. Wright does so well there. Right, it was into Schwartau. He gets the shot off brilliantly. It's blocked on the line, and then it's Sargent on the overhead kick, and it's off the line with the head of Danny Ings. Why is Danny Ings on the line? Oh, what a goal that would have been. Oh, my goodness. How has that not gone in? I agree, Chaz Tats. When you're down the bottom, things just don't go your way. Why is Danny Ings defending on the line? They're number 9, and his head just perfectly in position for a Josh Sargent overhead kick. Just get out of the way. Let him have his moment. Canary Girl. Oh, tell you what, Norwich coming forwards again here. It's Oscar Schwartau. Oh, lucky. Canary Girl says, I feel more confident with Big Phil in charge. I'd run through a brick wall for him. I think we all would. Canary Girl. And I think you can see that these players would as well. The difference in just work rate, I think. Willingness, first to every ball, from Manning to Clement is being really notable. Look at this first, 20 minutes under Clement away at Bramall Lane. This has been really pleasing. It's Oscar Schwartau down the left-hand side. He'll go into Kenny McLean. He'll strike from distance, and it's just over. But I tell you what, Sheffield United had the run of play for the first 5-10 minutes of this. But ever since, it's been all Norwich. Fisher chance, Sargent chance, Wright chance. It's been a positive reaction. The thing is, you don't you don't back this Norwich side because of the injuries, because of the fitness, to sustain it for a full 90. So we have to take some of these chances. We have to take advantage more than ever the positive moments in the game. You really do. Rory McConville does well to win it back. It's battled in the midfield. No, I've been pleased with what I've seen so far. McCarma's been good. Wright's been good in that 10. Sargent desperately unlucky not to score an overhead kick. I mean, again, can we just get a bit of a moment in the comments? Why is Danny Ings defending on the line for Sheffield United, and why does he have to be in the perfect position for Josh Sargent to clear it? Oh, so annoying. Oh well, not to be. Fruitcake says we need to grab a goal soon. Yeah, you it always feels like that with Norwich, doesn't it? I mean, you know, I think back to Sheffield United with a chance. I think back to the biggest one was that Derby game under Manning. I mean, we should and could have been 4-0 up that first half. We had so many chances. And you were like, Derby are so bad. They can't be that bad again. And they weren't. And they came out and beat us. And particularly under Manning, there were so many performances where for the first 20 minutes, half an hour, like we were okay. We were fine. And then as soon as a bit of, negativity happens, run of play, game over. It's different under Clement because you back us a bit more when we, do have a little bit of adversity to go against. But, this Norwich side, when they have chances, they just have to take them because, they don't create a huge amount and you don't back them. It's not like Arsenal from 2 months ago under Arteta where like one goal was always enough because they were just so sound defensively. Particularly at this moment in time, Springett, Medic, you don't back them to see out a clean sheet. I tell you what, that's a fantastic bit of play from back to front again, and it's Kellen Fisher down this right-hand side. He's looked so good tonight. John McCarma, he'll go into Jacob Wright. Drifted ball in, cleared by Sheffield United. The zip about Norwich's play tonight has been so good, moving it really quick. Jacob Wright, once again, going outside to John McCarma. McCarma's an interesting one because he doesn't look like a winger, but I actually quite like him out wide. He creates stuff, and he's a problem. He's a nuisance. You'd probably prefer him in the number 9, but then where'd you put Sargent? Really good last 15 minutes. This from Norwich City. This has been pleasing. Kevin Fisher, John McCarma, lots of love down that right hand side. Big thanks to Mark, mate. Thanks so much for the super chat. Really kind of you. Super chats always appreciated. Keep the channel alive. Thanks so much. Wow, Sheffield Wednesday are winning. I think they're against Watford, aren't they? Good clearance. Rory McConville. Oh no, that was Jakub Medic actually. Good stuff, Jakub Medic. That was a good clearance. Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, they're down, aren't they, Sheffield Wednesday? But I'm not surprised that they're beating Watford. I thought Watford were poor defensively at the weekend. Really poor. I mean, again, how did we not beat Sheffield Wednesday, by the way? Oh. I really hope we don't come to regret at the end of this season not sacking Manning sooner. Because there was a few weeks in there. I mean, it was clear as day. Oh, that is superb from Sargent to unlock Kellen Fisher. Kellen Fisher's playing so high up the pitch here. He'll find Jovan McCarma in a good position. McCarma will go back to Fisher. Kind of like doubling up down that right-hand side. Fisher's got the engine to be able to do that as well. Pel Matson in the middle of the park. He's been superb as well. Rory McConville into McCarma. Loses out. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, like it was clear as day that Manning should have gone after the Ipswich defeat. We held on and we held on and we held on, and no results came, and we lost ground. Sargent, 1-on-1. Sargent, I want to save from the goalkeeper. Oh, come on, man. Sargent got the ball out of his feet beautifully. I thought it was a fucking goal, and Cooper sticks a hand out. Norwich are coming forwards again here through Wright. He'll play McCarma. He'll get there. McCarma dinks it over. Oh, Sheffield United, stop defending so well. It was right. It was into Sargent. It was well worked again. Oh, no, it was Schwartau into Sargent. Does really well. Fantastic save from the goalkeeper. Could be 1-0. It really could. Norwich, I tell you what, this is probably some of the best stuff I've seen in terms of attacking football from us so far this season. Really, really front-footed, willing, intense, first to every ball. And I'm going to say that. And Sheffield United are going to be through. Danny Ings, what a challenge, Jakov Medic. Brilliant, Jakov Medic. Ings was through. I thought it was 1-on-1. I thought it was 1-0. Out of nowhere comes Jakov Medic. That will do his critics no favours. Excellent stuff, Jakov. Who said he wasn't quick? A few more super chats flying through. Oliver Downs, thank you so much, my friend. That's very kind of you. Really, really do appreciate that, Oliver. And Maverick as well. Maverick 1787. Thanks so much for your super chat, buddy. Really appreciate it. Very, very kind of you. There's an atmosphere. There's the momentum building about Norwich City tonight. Let's hope we can keep this up. Kenny McLean. I tell you what, Sheffield United chasing shadows at the moment. Medic has been good. That was a fantastic challenge from him there. Pel Matson. Out wide. Oscar Schwartau. Oh, no, it's Tony Springett. Doesn't beat his man. But well battled back from Tony Springett. I tell you what, Springett, not put a foot wrong tonight, other than the 3 challenges he should have made early on. Josh Sargent can't quite get it. Oh, I tell you what, goal line clearance from Danny Ings and a fantastic save from Cooper away from being 2-0 up here. What a fantastic challenge that was from Jakov Medic a moment ago. Danny Ings was through on goal there. And out of nowhere, Medic, clean, concise, quick, brilliant. Really good. Pleased for Jakov Medic there. Really, really pleased. We've just got to make this pressure count now, because this has been, I'd say, the best 20 minutes of football I've seen from Norwich this season. I really do believe that. But it's counting for nothing. It's 0-0 still. We need to make that pressure count. We need 1, we need 2, we need 3 goals. Sheffield United will have their moments tonight. They have the quality to make teams pay. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. I'm going to treat myself. 8:15 coffee. Crazy here on TNC. I tell you what, Sheffield United haven't had a sniff this last 20 minutes. And every time I praise Norwich, I'm very aware that I'm just jinxing this performance, and Sheffield United will probably break in a moment and go 1-0 up. I was really praising Norwich on Saturday for like that first half performance. We were in first every time, intense, real work rate. We didn't do that in the second half, and Watford did, and that was ultimately the difference. This has been the difference so far in this half of football. We have been so much better, so much more intense. And I'm a huge believer that at this level, if you have a vague structure, but just an absolute dogged work rate, you will win more games than you lose. You don't need a lot in this league to win games. I think Millwall, the prime example, all right? Good structure, well drilled, work fucking hard, 3rd in the division or whatever they are. You go a long way. You need a bit of quality as well, and we'll see if we've got that. Kellen Fisher into Jovan McCarmy. He'll pick his head up. He'll try and find a cross. No, he won't. He'll go back. And you'll find Kenny McLean, who kind of comes into quite a deep role. He's given that away really poorly. That could be costly. It's 5-on-5 here, Sheffield United. Is Jakov Medic going to get there? Oh, shit. He's got there, but he got player rather than ball. That all came from a really stupid Kenny McLean pass. Feel a bit for Jakov there. He's been booked. He had to make the challenge. He was never, ever winning that race. And yeah, that's a booking. Silly from Norwich. Really silly. You know, Kenny was no pressure around him and just zipped it into the Sheffield United player. And it was 5-on-5 and it looked dangerous. Jakov Medic comes sliding across. Booked. First real mistake of the night. An enormous challenge. It was an enormous challenge, Chaz. Sonny, Tony Spring is on fire. Ben Crosseni scared for his place. Yeah, I mean, look, Ben Crescente back fit. He's got to earn it back off Tony Springer. You would be scared of Tony Springer if your name was Ben Crescente. Oh, dear. Sheffield United opportunity. Free kick. Oh, good save, Vladan Kovacevic. Good save, Vladan Kovacevic from the Burrows free kick. This is what Norwich have just got to be careful of. Like, it's been a really solid opening, like, I wouldn't say opening half an hour because the first 5 minutes was poor, but like 25 minutes of really good work. You just know that there's a mistake in this team or just a momentary lapse of concentration that could undo all of that. These are the types of games and like these are the types of periods now where if we really want to get out of the situation we're in, we're just going to need to see a few faultless performances, a few performances where you go, that was uber professional. Everyone carried out their roles really well. Oh my God, Vladan Kovacevic, flappy hands at that, and it should be 1-0. Danny Ings, back post header. What is Kovacevic doing there? That's exactly what I talk about. Momentary lapse of concentration. Vladan Kovacevic has completely forgotten he's got a pair of arms that he can use. Falls to the ground, not a foul. Danny Ings heads over, free goal from 2 yards. I mean, what the fuck is he doing there? Big let off. Danny Ings probably should have got a goal there. And what is Kovacevic doing? Deary me. Come on, Norwich. Let's build back into this. A few sloppy moments there. Callum Fisher's been absolutely superb so far this evening. Absolutely superb. Mark says, where's Chris at? Tweet him, Mark. He doesn't want it. You know, do you want it on a cold Tuesday night against Sheffield United? Some of us do. Some of us don't. Remember it. Remember it. Who turned up? No, he's got a lot going on at the moment. As Chris, he certainly puts the hours in on TNC. That's for sure. Yeah, Fraser says, sorry, but Kovacevic scares me when the ball is crossed in. It's weird because I've not really thought about it until like last week. I'd always just watched Kovacevic and thought he was pretty assured from crosses. But you are right. Like, Watford, and I mean, so far, I mean, that was an awful moment from Kovacevic. We were really lucky to get away with it. Sheffield United, the better team over this last 5 minutes. Oh, Pell Matson. I mean, that guy is absolutely everywhere, isn't he? You know, water covers 70% of the earth. Pell Matson covers the other 30. I mean, that's just absolutely ridiculous work rate from Matson. Superb. Absolutely. Oh, there he is again. There he is again. He's done it again. Fucking brilliant, Matson. That's the type of work rate. That's the type of coverage you need to win games in the Championship, to see games out. I mean, that's just like, he's got no right. He's got absolutely no right to get in there. And he has. Fucking brilliant, Matson. Absolutely brilliant. Good stuff, fella. Right, let's get some more comments, shall we? Let's get some more comments. Matson again, ole, ole. George says his shot stopping is top notch. It reminds me of early Krul moments. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point actually on Krul. Like, remember his first third of the season for Norwich. It was well, it wasn't awful. That's a slight over exaggeration. There were some big errors in Krul's first few games for Norwich, and went on to become a Norwich City legend. Like, a couple of championship titles. Fantastic. You know, no reason why Kovacevic can't do the same. I like Vlad. I do. I think he's a leader. I think there's a character about him. Is there a moment of madness? Yes, absolutely, undoubtedly. I think there'll be more this season. But like, he's also he pulls out saves where he's got no right to save them. He's one of those where, you know, he lets in simple ones and saves the hard ones. Looks unbelievable on the highlights reel, I suspect. But yeah, I don't think Kovacevic, as I said earlier on, I don't think Kovacevic is the issue. Long ball forwards from Sheffield United. Just growing into this game. McLean gives it away. I've seen a comment, and I'm really hoping you're kidding me. I think we might be okay. I'm like 5-10 seconds behind on the stream, and it always makes me slightly nervy as Kovacic has the ball but goes long. No goals yet. Yeah, indeed, Mr. Radio Floyd. I thought I'd been hustled there. Yeah. Matson's been phenomenal past 2 games, and this game doesn't look any different. He really has. You could see that there was a player in there when we first signed him under Manning, but like, I also think since it's been Matson and McLean rather than like Matson and Topic or whoever, I think Matson suits being next to Kenny more. And I think it also goes back to the slightly odd recruitment, because Matson and I don't know why we went for Matson and Topic. Like, completely, I don't know, just confusing. Very confusing. But Matson under Manning, I was like, there's a player in there, but he drifts in and out of games. I mean, he's the opposite now. He's everywhere. His work rate is unbelievable. There's a proper engine on him. Oh, Makama, go simple, fella. That's the pass from Makama there, where I'm screaming at my teammate in 5-a-side. Keep it simple, Simon. Just go easy sometimes. Just keep the ball. I mean, that's just fucking stupid from Norwich. Such a simple phase of play to keep the ball, give it away, and now we're defending a free kick in a really dangerous position. McCarm, this has got Scrappy from Norwich last 10 minutes. And this is the thing, and I think this is where we've struggled this season. Like, there's been 20-minute spells where we've been really good, right? But again, we've not taken advantage of that. And like, we've probably had one clear-cut chance, that Sargent / Vartal / Wright chance, right? Right. But then we just throw in these 10 minutes of just complete head loss where we forget how to, coherently play football. And ultimately, the opposition always seems to take advantage, or we just give them a goal. Yeah, it does feel like a goal is coming, and not for yellow and green colours. Let's just see out this half now. Let's just get into the break at 0-0 and try and build from there. You'd take a point tonight, wouldn't you? You'd absolutely... I'd bite your hand off for a point. I'll tell you what. That is fucking brilliant from Josh Sargent defensively there. And he's taken a real bang to the mush. That was a nasty one from Josh Sargent. And that's what you get with Sargent, right? That's what you get from Josh Sargent. You get an unbelievable work rate. Yes, maybe the goals haven't been there in recent weeks, but he's back there throwing his head in to defend. He's bloody brilliant, is our Josh. Absolutely brilliant. I love the watch-alongs. XP's off the charts. I like these watch-alongs. It takes my mind off the football. Just as I love how they got a UEA advert. Oh, UEA is massive, mate. UEA massive. Slightly concerned that my stream is going in and out of consciousness. Is that a sign of things to come? The NCFC supporters, Jack Waltall in the cup. Are you excited? I am, actually. I am excited. I saw a few people going, "Oh, wish we got like a big away day or something." I like the thought of having a home game where we've got a good chance of winning. Like, that pleases me, because we have been dreadful at home this season. I've watched us win at home twice. Once against QPR for the men's team, and once the women's team against Luton. I've seen Norwich City win twice at home this season, and one of them was the women's team. I mean, that's just absolutely appalling, isn't it? Just trying to get my stream back on. Positives. We're not losing, says Locomotive. Yeah, absolutely. You'd take that, wouldn't you? You'd take that. You'd take a 0-0 here. You'd take a 0-0 here. Has anyone lost picture on Sky Plus? Oh, okay, so it's not just me. It's not just me. Yeah, mine's completely gone. This is going to be fun. A watch along without any pictures. Jules, Makama, don't walk away when the boss is talking. Listen to him. He's got the experience. You're not telling me we've got another Shane Duffy moment, have you? My Sky is down, and by the looks of it, everyone else's has too. So we can collectively discuss a game that we can't actually watch. This is somewhat problematic, but we will vibe it. Let me get the commentary on my phone for now, shall we? Let's take a look at the other results while Sky sort their stuff out. Charlton are losing. I'd keep an eye on Charlton, actually. I don't think they're completely out of it. I would keep an eye on Charlton. Pompey and Swansea, that's a big game for us. That's currently 0-0. My God, Southampton 3-0 up against West Brom in 30 minutes. Sheffield Wednesday beating Watford. Interesting. Yeah, I think in terms of the... Oh, God. Blackster just said Sargent's limping off. I can't see what's going on. I mean, that is just not good news, is it? He took a real bad... I think that might be a head injury precaution there because he took a real smash to the head, which isn't ideal. Yeah, results kind of... I think in terms of the relegation picture, it's obviously us. It's Pompey, Oxford, Swansea, Blackburn, Charlton. I tell you, slightly controversial as well. I'd probably throw West Brom and Derby into the mix as well. I'd probably throw those two into the mix. Sargent is off injured. Yeah, it looked a nasty one, that. It did look a nasty one. He's kind of gone up for a header backwards, and the attacker has kind of headed him forwards, and he's just hit the deck hard. I mean, I've still got no pictures of this. So this is the first ever YouTube watch along where the person doing the watch along hasn't got the game in front of him. I mean, that's just embarrassing, isn't it? Maybe that's not a bad thing because Norwich were under the cosh for the last 5 minutes of that game. Let's get some comments, shall we? Maybe you guys can do the watch along. So it looks like... Is Forson going to come on the right-hand side and Makama in the 9? I mean, we spoke that up, didn't we? Big Mac through the middle. Big Mac through the middle. We spoke about that. I mean, he looks like a number 9. He's been good. He's been one of the better players so far this season, Makama. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to win that award, but he has looked like one of the better players. I really appreciate all of your guys' assistance, and you're basically doing the watch along because my Sky Plus is down. Oh, it's back. We're back. We're back in action. It's still 0-0. Usually, whenever I lose picture, we end up conceding. Okay, I've got a stream. So it's forcing out on... I mean, again, this injury list is just... I mean, that's nothing... Oh, the stream's gone again. Stream's gone again. That's nothing to do with... You know, the physio department or the conditioning department. That's just bad luck. I mean, just sums up our season, doesn't it? Sargent off injured, concussed. That means you probably miss Saturday. I mean, again, opportunities for other people. Shame we've not got Chris Garden tonight. You know, he would have loved an opportunity through the middle. Shame we've not got whoever else, Ante Sienat's available tonight. He would have loved the job through the middle. But instead, it's Job Makama. He'll have to take his opportunity. We are, I assume, approaching half-time. Sky's down, isn't it? I mean, fantastic. That's what we pay our 100+ quid a month for. Yeah, I'm still down on Sky. Yeah, at least this isn't a me problem. Hopefully, we get it back for the second half. Chaz Tats, okay. So he's force and brace, Chaz Tats. Look, let's look at this positively. With every setback comes an opportunity for someone else. You know, the setback for Sargent means an opportunity for John Makama in his preferred position. The setback for Sargent means that Forson Amankwa gets a run out that he might not have got tonight. We are getting to a position where Tony Springer is going to have to play left back and right wing, but we shall bridge that gap when we get there. Someone's saying that Norwich's Twitter is also down. Is Sheffield like approaching World War III or something? Is there no internet in Sheffield now? I mean, this is one way to make us cope with the football. Just don't show it anywhere. Just make it impossible for us to watch it. Big thanks to LK19999 who says how many goals today? Well, so far, LK, at 0 goals for either team. I think there's goals in this. I mean, you know, we had a good 20-minute spell. Right, Sargent with the best opportunity, brilliant overhead kick. Who's there? Danny Ings defending his own goal line. I mean, what are the chances of that? Equally, Danny Ings should have had maybe 1 or 2 goals at the other end. So probably fair scoreline so far. Let's get into the break 0-0. Let's try and find opportunities in that second half. Fisher has been excellent, as I can see there. He's got the highest rating so far. I think Medic has actually been pretty good. It's always nice with defenders. If you're not speaking about them too much, then it probably means that they're doing okay. Yeah, apparently Radio Norfolk is down as well. I assume that the internet might have cut out at Bramall Lane. That's all I can assume. So, you know, let's just make it up. Maybe we'll make up what's going on at Bramall Lane, and that manifestation will turn into reality. Maybe we can imagine that Tony Springett has just gone on this delightful run down the left wing. He sailed a beautiful, sumptuous ball into the middle of the box, where Jovan Makama meets it with his head, bangs it into the top corner, wheels away to the away fans. Tony Springett, arm in arm, lapping up the admiration from the away fans as Norwich City pull clear of the relegation zone and go into the distance and mount a late charge into the top 6. Maybe it all starts here. Tony Springett, Jovan Makama, goals, goals, goals. Maybe we just imagine it. Maybe that's a better way to do it, because we can't watch the game because Rupert Murdoch's not put 50p in the meter. City chat. There's always one to kill the mood, isn't there? Still working on Canaries player. Springett's not through on goal. Let me have my moment. The illegal streams are working fine. This is what you get for being a law-abiding citizen. Nothing. It's a shame we're on Sky Plus or whatever it's called, rather than just the normal channel. I hope that you're still enjoying this. This is complete nonsense, isn't it? UK RNDM says VPN to different country, but Canaries TV, £25 a month, can watch all games. Sargent definitely concussed. No issues on my stream. Yeah, it looked like a real nasty one for Sarge. And again, you know, you talk about luck. It feels like when you're down at the bottom, nothing goes your way. I don't know what it is. You know, I'm a big believer in life that you make your own luck, but there is certainly a thing in football, momentum both ways. All right, when you're winning and things are going your way, it feels like nothing can go wrong. Everything falls to you. Sargent overhead kick will go top corner rather than hitting. The stream's back. Rather than hitting Danny Ings' head, you know, Tony Springett turns into Ronaldinho temporarily. All is well in the world. When it's going against you, you know, Sargent has a good first half and then gets head-butted. I mean, for fuck's sake. Anyway, the positive is I've got my stream back and it's still 0-0. But Tony Springett is going to need to defend. Danny Ings is free at the back post. Danny Ings slips. I tell you what, he has had some chances tonight. Callum Fisher's got walkabouts, and so's Tony Springett. But it's fine. It's all chill over here. It's 0-0. It's 0-0. Nothing to see here, guys. And that is half-time. 0-0. We would oh dear. Harrison saying Oxford are winning. Oxford are winning. Oh, shit. How big's the gap now? Oh, boy. Yeah, don't look at the table. Don't look at the table. Don't do it to yourself, people. Do not look. This is a public service announcement. This is a warning to all Norwich City fans. Do not look at the championship table right now. You don't want to do it. And I appreciate that we've got the table on screen, so you're probably going to have to look at it. But it does not make pretty reading. Oxford United are beating Blackburn away from home. It means that the gap between us and safety sits at 7 points. Look, I said it on the pod, right? I said it on the pod. We've got away with it over the last few weeks, drawing against Oxford, losing against Watford, because everyone else is as shit as us, right? And they keep on losing as well. But at some point, because if you throw enough at the wall, some will stick. Some of these teams will start to win and around us. And at the moment, Oxford are beating Blackburn. That means that we are now 7 points from safety. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a nice time. Oh, boy. Yeah, Ange, we have to win. Matthew, we have to win. I like this from Ollie. I like this from you, mate. Screw the table. We need to win games. Yeah, that's a good mindset. That's a good mindset. But what you can't do, and what we do keep doing, is we go, oh, that's okay. We're still only 4 points from safety. Yeah, spent 70 million quid since Ben Napper's arrival. We're only 4 points from safety. We'll be fine. 4 points feels like you can kind of find a way. 7 points feels different. Don't forget, the next two games, Southampton and Preston. There might be a world where we're 13 points adrift soon. Stick that in your soccer bot and see what comes out, yeah? Chris, calm down, Jack. Table's irrelevant. We need 48-ish points. 4 points every 3 games will see us safe. We did that in the last 3 games. We just need another 4 from this next 3. There's a lot of maths there. Yeah, look, I mean, surely we don't go down, do we? Surely not. Surely. But, I don't know, like, we can't keep saying that and continue with this winless run. Look, I know we beat QPR, and I know we picked up the point against Oxford, but we've picked up 4 points at Carrow Road this season. Anyway, that was, on the whole, a relatively positive first half performance. There was a really good 20-minute spell in there. A really good 20-minute spell. We rode our luck a little bit. We were cut open a couple of times. It is makeshift. It feels like we've got a really bad leak in the bathroom, and we can't. Well, we can afford a plumber. We can afford a plumber to come out and fix it, but everyone in the local area is busy. All their phones are engaged, and no one's available until January. So until that point, when the suitable plumber comes out and there's a bit of investment, we just need to stick masking tape, duct tape, plasters over the gaping hole, you know, in the plumbing, and just try and make sure that the house isn't flooded until the plumber gets here. The plumber is Mark Atanasio, all right? He's going to be the one that hopefully fixes this in January. But until that point, we just need to figure a way to not drown. We just need the house not to flood. That was a truly horrendous anecdote, but still probably better than watching Tony Springett play left back. OCBC says, Chris needs to come and calm me down. Trust me, he would have the absolute opposite effect. That man makes me angrier than any person on the planet, probably barring Shane Duffy. Matthew Barber, Napa, one more window to keep himself in the job. Matthew, we've been saying that for the last 3 windows. We've been saying, oh, he can't get another managerial appointment wrong, can he? And thankfully, he's seemingly got it right with this one. But how many chances does he get? How much money does he get to spend? Just watching back this Sargent chance, Schwartau, it was right. It was a brilliant bit of play from Jacob Wright. It was a brilliant bit of play from Oscar Schwartau. Gets his shot away, blocked on the line. Sargent overhead kick, blocked on the line. Come on, like, where, just give us a break. Just give us a break. And then 20 minutes later, Sargent, really promising, off the shoulder, couple of chances, working hard, gets fucking headbutted. Concussion, gone. See ya. That, he'll be out now for the rest of this week. I doubt he'll play on Saturday, with the protocols. What a palaver. What a palaver. If you're just joining, welcome along. It's the TNC Watch Along. It's Sheffield United 0, Norwich City 0 in the Championship. This is a pretty desperate situation now for Norwich City. We are 7 points adrift from safety at time of speaking. Oxford are beating Blackburn Rovers. Hopefully at Blackburn, we get another flooded pitch at Ewood Park and they postpone it again. That would be one way of Oxford not winning tonight. Look, am I excited about Philippe Clement? Yes, I am. I think he's a good head coach. Am I excited about the improved performances? Yeah, I am. We have been better under Philippe Clement. Am I still massively concerned that we are going to get relegated into League One? Yeah, I fucking really, really, really am concerned. We could have Pep Guardiola in charge. We could have Grant Holt and Wes Hoolahan, and still a 7-point gap is a lot. We've won 3 games all season. We would be required to win 3 more games than everyone else to be able to make up that distance. Can you realistically see us doing that? I don't know. Obviously it's possible, but what I'm saying is we don't have the time to go, it might happen. It might happen. It might happen. It'll be okay next week. We'll pick up a result there. We need it now. And yes, I know. I appreciate that this is a tough game tonight. Going away to Sheffield United is never, ever, ever, ever going to be easy. But you just need to find a way. That Oxford game I look back on with so much sadness because that couple of points would have been massive that we ended up dropping through a stupid goal in the 95th minute, right? And yes, we got it done against QPR. Watford as well, 2-1 up at half-time. Just find a fucking way to get through that. Just find a way. And actually, the performance was okay. And yes, I know we've got the injury situation. And yes, I know the fitness situation. But just find a way, right? When I look back to some games this season, when Birmingham, for example, 4-1 defeat, just beaten in every area of the park. I can accept that. I can take it. We lost to a better side on the day. Fine. Oxford, Derby, Sheffield Wednesday. It's just games that we just shouldn't be losing or drawing. Games that we should be winning. Sheffield Wednesday. Derby. Oxford. Come on. Anyway, let's just try and find the positive results tonight. I'd take a point here. I think a point would be a really positive outcome. I think with these, in the Championship, I've always said it, win your home games, don't lose your away games. That will build momentum over the course of the season. Win your home games, don't lose your away games. I would take a 0-0 here. I would take 45 minutes of this stream that I'm watching, not working, and you guys just telling me we're drawing. Jack, we're drawing. We're still drawing. It's 0-0. Fine. I'd take that. Then we get back to Carrow, the fortress that every single lock has been, broken, and the fortress is flooding. And then start to build something from there. It's really difficult in this division to. You're never going to progress if you can't put at least 1 or 2 runs in a season together. Look at that season under David Wagner. There was a 2.5, 3 month period where we were dog shit, awful. But we had a run of games. What was it? 15 games where we barely lost. We went unbeaten at home for half the season, and it got us top 6. You don't have to be excellent in this division to do well. You can put runs together. You can find a way. You can grind it out. You can work hard, and you will do. You'll do enough. And then if you want the quality with your Buendias and your Pookies, yeah, that's what it will take to go and win a league, right? Great sides in the Championship. Your Villas, your Fulhams, your Newcastles, your Leeds Uniteds, right? They've got the quality. They've got the little sprinkle of chili. They've got the seasoning. But you can bang together a nice little spaghetti bolognese that's got to, impress everyone and do a job with just a bit of hard work, right? A bit of structure. Nice, good quality mince. You've got your tomato sauce. Yeah, you might chuck some oregano in if you're feeling good. Yeah. You don't need the chili to get top 6. You don't need the lardons, right? Just put some essential ingredients together, your Pell Matsons, your Kenny McLeans, and a vaguely fit left back. Yeah, that's your non-stick pan. You do need one of those, and you've got yourself a dish. Benny Van Life. We've got 100% win rate in our last 1 game at Carrow Road. That's the start of a run. Matthew Barber. Jack's lost his head. Mate, that head was lost a long while ago. And I suspect yours has been lost as well watching Norwich City this season. If anyone still has sanity watching this side, I applaud you. I applaud you. Is anyone nervous? I'm nervous. We need a result tonight. We need a result. I love this, but no one's home. Just join. What the fuck are you talking about? I love the thought of people joining this for the first time and hearing me talk about non-stick pans and how that is the answer to success in the Championship. Sam Lincoln, I feel like this has been a good 15-minute therapy session for you. Look, Sam, ultimately, these watch-alongs are nothing more than a selfish endeavor for me to clear my consciousness to anyone that will listen. It's nothing more than that. I'm not doing this for you. I'm not doing this for the wonderful TNT community. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this so I can watch Norwich City intermittently on my broken Sky Sports Plus stream, try and grind out a 0-0 draw with Sheffield United and try to keep some form of sanity. That's the only reason I'm doing it. It's nothing to do with any of you. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. Oh, dear. Howard Smith, just tune in. Why are you talking about Spag Bowl? It's better than talking about Norwich City. This is a good question. A little bit of halftime entertainment. We've probably got 2 minutes before this gets underway. UK RNDM, thanks so much for the super chat, buddy. Best starting 11 if everyone's fit. Okay, let me do this off the top of my head. Kovacevic, Fisher, McConville, Darling, Crescene, Matson, McLean, Quistgarden, no, Diallo, Quistgarden, McCarmer, Sargent. I think the strongest back line is definitely Kovacevic, Fisher, McConville, Darling, Crescene. I think that's your strongest back line. And then it's definitely Matson. then I think it's definitely McLean. That's who I'd have. Some people would probably want Wright over McLean, but for me, McLean has to start. Sargent's obviously starting. It's probably Diallo, but like I don't know if he's any good or not. I've seen like 2 games of him. Oh, there's Ben Crescente's coming on. Here we go. Big Ben. That's brilliant to see him back. Oh, Marcondes is coming on as well. Double substitution for Norwich here. So Marcondes, who's he coming on for? Schwartau? Someone let me know. I've not got the commentary on. Who's Yeah, Schwartau's coming on. Look, sorry, Schwartau's going off. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. He's fucking knackered. He is absolutely shattered. And Crescente's coming on, I assume for springing, which it'll be great to see Crescente back into the fold because like any competent left back, a left back, even if they've got one leg, would be an upgrade on what we've seen in left back the last few weeks. Okay, we're underway for the second half. Strongest 11s. Get them in the comments. I don't know who I'd go right wing and left wing. I think I'd go Diallo, Makama, and then Chris Garden and Sargent. I think that's what I'd do. Oh, hang on. McLean's come off. That can't be right. They just flashed up on the screen. McLean has come off. Is that right? I thought he has Kenny off. Hang on a minute. I'm going to need a refresh on this. Who's playing football for us right now? I thought Ben Crescente was coming on as well. So we know Sarge is definitely off. He's got concussion. So if you've missed that, Sargent is off for concussion. McLean has come off for Marcondes. Oh my God. It should be 1-0 Sheffield United. I'm confused. So Kenny's off for Marcondes. So hang on. Is Marcondes playing central midfield? No. Okay. So Wright has dropped into central midfield. Marcondes will go in the 10. So is Schwartau still on the pitch? I mean, this is great, isn't it? Your host doesn't have a clue what's going on. Mr. Radio Floyd, thanks so much for the super chat, buddy. Really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. 99p to the man that doesn't know what's going on right now. Please don't say that Kenny McLean is injured. Reese Brown, Kenny is injured. Radio Norfolk have just confirmed. Fucking hell. Sarge injured, Kenny McLean injured. I mean, just we'll see Maatson limp off in a minute. Really? What? I mean, that is a big concern if Kenny's injured, because then you're without Topic, McLean. Oh my God. You just can't. We can't catch a break. We cannot catch a break. So the back line now is Fisher, McConville, Medic. So Springett is still on. I could have sworn I saw Ben Crescente putting his shirt on. Maybe I've made that up. I'm sure I saw Ben Crescente about to come on, but it's definitely Tony Springett still on the pitch. I could well be seeing things. Whipped in ball. I tell you what, I don't want to manifest it, but it does feel as if we're about to concede. This has been a topsy-turvy first 3 minutes of this second half of Norwich City. I would pay pretty good money for a point right now. This is going to be 45 minutes of hell, I think. Thanks, David. Thanks, mate. Hello, Jack. Top work and amazing watching. That's very kind. Sean says, is Chris Garden injured? Is the Pope Catholic, Sean? Of course he's in. Everyone's injured. They step out on the pitch and they pull a hamstring, or they tweak their groin, or they twist their ankle, or they get head butted, or that they get hit with a missile or something. They're all cursed. Everyone is injured. Sonny, who's the captain right now? I couldn't even tell you who's playing left back right now. I have no idea. I assume it's Kovacevic. I don't know. Oh no, Sheffield United. Oh no, 1-0. There we go. Yeah, it was coming. It was coming. This has been oh dear. I mean, where do we start? Lads, ladies, just the most predictable goal ever. Tony Springett beaten down that side, cross ball. Obviously, someone standing there, completely unmarked. It was Danny Ings, and now the stream's gone down. What are we doing? What are we doing? That's such a poor goal. Eight points adrift now. My stream's gone down again, and actually, it was probably a good thing. We concede the same goal on repeat. Ball out wide, beats the left back, ball whipped in, someone standing near the penalty spot, completely unmarked, tap it. Look, Tony Springett isn't a left back. That's not his fault, right? He's not a championship footballer. That kind of is his fault, but it's not his fault that he's being made to play in the championship for Norwich City in a relegation battle. I saw with my very eyes, and I know they're not very good, and I know I've got to wear my spectacles. I saw Ben Crescene warming up. I'm sure I did. That means that we have a vaguely fit left back. I'm not going to say fit because he's probably not. We'll probably have to rush him back, and he'll probably come on and pull a hamstring or something because he's been rushed back. But surely, everyone's saying, the sky's down again. If I wasn't doing this watch along, I'd probably give up on trying to get my stream up and running, and I'd probably watch like Country File or a repeat of Vicar of Dibley or something. Class Star sums it up nicely. I'm actually going to cry. I'm a grown man being moved to tears by this season. We're down. Alan Montgomery, maybe Crescene got injured taking his subs bib off. We said it though, didn't we? Like, Norwich can string together decent 20-minute spells. They can't do much more than that. And if we don't take our 1, 2, potentially 3 chances that we muster, we're probably going to lose. Like we said it from the start, you've got a defensive line of Tony Springett, Jakov Medic, Ryan McConville, and Kellen Fisher. That left-hand side of that will give up chances. Tony Springett was beaten 3 times in the first 4 minutes. Sheffield United should have scored 1 in that first half. There's some good chances in there. They didn't. Fine. We get into the half-time break 0-0. But they're going to create chances again. That goal is a complete carbon copy of the ones we conceded against Watford, against QPR, against Oxford. We've conceded the same goal in the last 3 games. Thanks for the super sticker, guest. 2.2, £1 super chat. Maybe donate that to Rupert Murdoch. Like he hasn't got enough money because he's not putting 50p in the Sky meter tonight. I'm doing a watch along. If it wasn't painful enough without the pictures, I cannot watch the game. This sums the season up beautifully, right? Our star striker, off concussed. Our midfielder, our captain, off injured. Ben Crescena, I saw warming up, is now not on the pitch, beaten in the left-back position. You guys need to keep me updated as to what's going on. No, I'm not on Now TV, Chris. I'm on just normal Sky. I'm on normal Sky. Boneless Cigar says go and grab a Lakens. I'm trying not to drink during the week, but it is making it difficult. Jordan says we're down. No way to safety from this. I mean, let me remind myself of the league table. So Oxford are beating Blackburn Rovers this evening. That puts them on 21 points. They are in 19th place. Norwich City 23rd on 13 points. That now means that there is an 8-point gap between us and safety. At current point, that is Swansea City. Blackburn on 21 as well. Oxford on 21 also. And then it's Charlton on 23. So you would say probably from Derby down, maybe Leicester if there's a points deduction in there as well. Potentially, they will be brought into it. But this is looking really, really grim for Norwich City at this stage. 4 points, you think there might be hope. You know, the live support is still on. The family is still saying, you know, keep them with us. At 8 points, ugh. At 8 points, you're struggling. At 8 points, you're really struggling. Even if you go on a big run, you know, 3 wins in a row, it might not even get you out of it. This is going to be a monumental task now for Norwich City. I'm still without pictures, so please do keep me up to date as to what's going on. Okay, this is good. Pel Matson is wearing the armband. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I've got a suggestion. Do not look at this section of the screen. This section and that section. That section shows the league table. You definitely don't want to look at that. This section shows your brilliant comments. And all it has been tonight is a flurry of bad news. McCarmer is now limping. Jovan McCarmer is limping. There is some good news. I've been brought a cheeseburger. My stream's down. Norwich City are down. But at least I can refuel with a burger. Someone lied to me. Someone lied to me and said that the stream is back up and running. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. Benny, game's gone. Literally. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. I'm seeing some comments. And I think you might be lying. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. It's not 1-1, is it? Don't lure a man in like that, people. Lying is not good. It's not. Stop lying. It's not 1-1. It's 1-0. If it was 1-1, the scoreline on my screen would update. So don't get clever like that. It's not good for you. Matthew Baker says we're relegated. Bednapper can do one and throw the towel at the end of the season. I'm not sure who's in a worse position at this stage. Is it you for watching a man eat a burger on stream, doing a watch along of a game that his club is losing and can't watch because the Sky subscription he pays over £100 a month for isn't working? Or is it me for being in this position in the first place? That's a proper toss-up. Who's in a worse position, me or you? Maybe an equal amount. Stop saying it's 1-1, because then I see comments like James saying, let's pretend we've scored a goal. It's not funny. It's not clever. Jovan McCarmer, just do a Q&A at this point. We are getting to that stage. Maybe we just do like a cookery tour or something. Maybe you can watch me make that bolognese I was referring to earlier. This burger's good though. I mean, every cloud, right? My football team will be relegated to League One. My Sky stopped working. You're all laughing at me, but at least this cheeseburger is good. It's a good cheeseburger. And I must say, I think the gherkin is a Kenny McLean, right? Slightly controversial. Not everyone rates him that highly. But for me, the gherkin is the glue of a burger. You don't have a gherkin, you've not got a proper burger. If you've not got Kenny McLean, you've not got Norwich City. Yes, it might not be pretty. Yes, it might not always work. Right? But it is important. It is very important. A big thanks to Mark, 199 super chat. These super chats keep me going. I can afford another burger now. Thanks very much, Mark. Gherkins are criminally underrated. I do agree with you. Gherkin chat. Neil Richards. This is peak TNC content. 900 people watching Jack eat a burger. Stephen, bring back breakfast for TNT. I love that none of you care. You should be fuming. I don't have an ability to comment on the game at the moment. I'm not watching the game, and actually, this is the sad point. This is the sad moment, right? This is the happiest I've been all season. This is the happiest I've been all season. It's because I'm not watching the game. I've just got some food. I've got you guys. I've got coffee. You know. There's nothing to be sad about. At this very moment, there's nothing to be sad about. I don't have to watch the football. I'm not choked on my food. We're good. Okay, Ben Crescene is on. How do I know that? Because you told me, and I do believe Ethan. Ben Crescene. Look, I told you he was warming up at halftime, didn't I? Told you I wasn't seeing things. Lads, how have we got here? How have we got to this position? How have we got to this position? Let me just look at the table again. Let me just look at this table again to remind myself of the position we're in. Before I look at the table, let me ask myself, how much have we spent since Ben Napper's arrival? £70 million. Okay, right. That's the context. £70 million. Let me start at the top. Surely we've got to be like top, at least top half. You know, club said at the start of the season, top 6 is the aim. Anything less than top 6 is a cataclysmic failure. Let me have a look at the table. I assume we're top 6. No. Okay, let me scroll down a bit. Okay. Hull are in 11th. Blimey, it must be a poor league this season. Can't be much lower than 11th, can we? Surely. Still can't see us. That's weird. Scroll down a bit more. Oh, blimey, Wrexham. Wrexham, who were National League a few years ago. I mean, they're 12th. Blimey, it's a poor league this season. Weird. Still can't see us. Let me keep scrolling. Oh, Charlton. Charlton are 18th. Blimey, they're fresh up from League One last season. Surely we can't be lower than 18th, can we? Still can't see us. Oxford. Oh, Oxford United, yeah. The team that, when they get to the Championship, often, you know, in and around there, a bit scrappy, not much quality, but have a little bit. Surely we can't be much lower than 19th, can we? Still can't see us. Let me keep scrolling. Blackburn. Oh, Blackburn Rovers. Yeah. Blackburn Rovers, the team that have a pitch that floods with the lightest of rain. Oh, surely we can't be much lower than 20th, can we? Still can't see us. Portsmouth. Oh, Portsmouth in 22nd place. Portsmouth, yeah, bounce between the Championship and League One. Not much budget, but good club. Surely can't be much lower than 22nd, can we? Oh, there we are, 23rd. 8 points from safety. £70 million spent since Ben Napper's arrival. 8 points from safety. I think we've just scored. I think Norwich have just scored. It's 1-1. I can't see it. He scored. Real goal. I can't see it. Let me put Sky Sports News on. Emmy Marcondes with the goal. Norwich are back in this one. Oh, God. What is happening? Let me try and find the goal on Sky Sports News. Oh, it's nice. I think it's gone down as an own goal. Right, Chaz Tats is WhatsApp videoing me, and he has got the stream, I think. Right, Chaz Tats is coming onto camera. Here. This is TNCV. Was it a good goal, Chaz?
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, was it? McCarmer. Oh, it's a beauty. There's an own goal. I'll take that. We'll take that. Chaz Tats, the viewer, has FaceTimed me so I can watch the game on here. Well, is the Ben Crescene substitute done us the world of good?
I've been in the first couple of times, but
Do you want to be my co? Are you okay to be co-commentator?
I need to find a way to like prop the phone.
You're my Chaz. You're my Ryan Bennett to Chris Gorham. You're my Leon Barnett to Rob Butler.
See what I can do.
I mean, this is excellent value. Everyone was saying, can we get a Chris Reeve replacement? And look, I didn't know if we could, and now we do. I've got the game. I've got a co-commentator. I mean, this is excellent. Look at this. Right, let me try and go back. What are you watching it on? Have you got one of those dodgy sticks?
It's on Virgin.
Oh.
Right, yeah, let's see. Are we trying to like prop you on something?
Sheffield United, Norwich. No, still no luck. Right, let's see what the comments are saying. I love the watch-along, says Matthew Barber. Babs Ollie, Premier League. I tell you what, we would take a point now, wouldn't we, Chaz?
Oh, definitely, mate.
So sometimes you need a stroke of luck. Sometimes you need an own goal off someone. Is Kenny McLean? What did they say about Kenny McLean?
They didn't really say anything.
Oh, that's not very helpful. Right, let's see what the comments are saying. Alex Fellis, favorite word at the moment: permagloom, permanently gloomy. That's my favourite word at the moment, Alex. And that has been Norwich City so far this season, permanently gloomy. Reece Brown says almost 1,000 people watching a bloke watch the football via a WhatsApp call. That's exactly what you're watching, people. Right, let me watch this phone. It's Crescene. Oh, Crescene. Oh, dear.
Is this legal?
I'm sure we've done worse.
Eurosex getting undressed.
Now that is illegal. Mate Eurosex. Who will he come on for?
I don't know. McCarmer, right?
Maybe McCarmer. Didn't someone said that McCarmer was limping?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh.
He pulled about a lot, but
yeah. Well, it got the assist. We'll basically say that was his goal. All right, burger done. Video via WhatsApp.
Oh, good
Good save,
save.
Adam.
It's ridiculous.
Ah, dearie me. We have got, actually, we are peaking at the most amount of viewers we've had all night across Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We have 6,500 viewers of you watching me watch my phone via the wonderful Chaz Tats' stream. We just need to. How many subs have we got left now? One?
Who's come on? Let's see. Errol Mundle-Smith's come on. Criselle's come on. Marcondes has come on. And Forson's come on. So we've only got one.
So we've got one left. Who's that coming on? Is that Slimane?
That is. For Jacob Wright.
But, okay, hang on. My stream is back. My stream is back. I will hang up and I'll call you when it inevitably goes down in 2 minutes, Chaz.
All right, see you, mate.
Thanks, man. I mean, that was excellent, wasn't it? Fucking brilliant. You know, always find the way, adapt and conquer, adapt and innovate. Yeah, stream goes down on it. FaceTime someone, eat a burger, talk to your mates. I couldn't tell you what the 11. Okay, let me try and get this right. Kovacevic, Fisher, Harry McConville, Jakov Medic, Ben Crescene, Pel Matson, Anis Ben Slimane. What is going on? Forson. No, it's not Forson, is it? Is Forson on the pitch? No, it's still Makama. Marcondes. Hang on, has Errol Mundle-Smith come on the pitch? When did that happen? I mean, this is just laughable, isn't it? It is 1-1, though. that is the key bit of information that we have missed in this last half an hour of carnage. It is 1-1. We are back in this game somehow. Ben Crescene's on. Jov Makama gets across. See that? A little bit of work rate from Big Jov, right? A little bit of work rate. Gets a nice bounce, back of the net. Opportunity to find something. Imagine if we nick this now, right? We've got Anis Ben Slimane, Tony Spring is featured, Errol Mundle-Smith. Go on, the boys. Find something tonight, yeah? Find something tonight. Just get a result from somewhere. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just need a result from somewhere when you don't necessarily deserve it to just turn things around slightly. Yeah? Just something to build from. Just something to give you hope. Just something to mean that you're not 8 points from safety and you're 7 points from safety. That's all it takes. Norwich are scrapping now. We've brought the football quality so low that we're now just scrapping. Yeah. And actually that's fine. Sometimes you've got to dance with the devil. Yeah. Just bring it down to your level. Murder in the back for Philippe Clermont has got some massive task on his hands. There's murder in the back for last minute Mate Jurisic winner. Is Mate Jurisic on the pitch? I couldn't tell you. This is the type of insight you tune into TNC for. Ball whipped in. Jakov Medic wins it. Pel Matson. Forson Amankwa. Whipped in ball, nearly brought down Anis Ben Slimane, but cleared. Thanks for the clarity. Mate Jurisic isn't on the pitch, and I don't think we'll get the opportunity to come on the pitch now. But I do respect viewers calling for players to score the winners when they're not actually on the pitch, to just add to my confusion. Norwich City will come through Pel Matson, and I am going to milk every single second I've got this stream in front of me, because for 40 minutes of this match tonight, I've had to do a watch along when I've not been able to see the watch. I've been watching along a blank screen. And that's pretty hard work. As Sheffield United come forwards here. I'll tell you what might be even harder. Why, that's fantastic from Jakov Medic. Good recovery. No, that was Rory McConville. Sorry. They've both got such tightly shaven heads. It's difficult to see on my blurry screen. Ben Crescene will come into Errol Mundle-Smith on this left-hand side. He'll do a step over. He's offside. Is that Mundle-Smith? I think it's Mundle-Smith. It is Mundle-Smith. Go on, the youth. Youth. Go on, the boy. Let's find something tonight. That was actually poor from Errol Mundle-Smith. Blackburn Rovers have scored. Oh, hang on a moment. We get an extra sub for a head injury, do we? Blackburn Rovers have scored against... Okay. I mean, this is all working out nicely. I think we're only 7 points. I think we're only 6... Oh, we're staying up, lads. We're staying up. It's all good. It's all good. I've just found out we've got a head injury sub, so we can bring on Mate Jurisic. And in the same 10 seconds I find that out, I also find out Blackburn Rovers have scored an equaliser against Oxford. Life, you know, yin and yang, good and bad. You need a bit of everything, right? You need to feel the lows to feel the highs. I felt the feeling of watching Tony Springett try and defend tonight. And then a burger comes. And then an extra substitution comes. And then a Jovan McCarmer assist comes. And then a Blackburn equaliser comes. And next week, who knows what will happen? Kellen Fisher down the right-hand side, bombing forwards. He has been absolutely stupendous tonight. Kellen Fisher will go into Marcondes. You'll find down his Ben Slimane. What on earth was that from Forster Mankwa? That was absolutely woeful. Words fail you sometimes, don't they? Norwich had a really good chance to counter. Like, they've got Errol Mundle-Smith in a world of space, and Forson's just gone, have it from 30 yards into Rose Ed. That's what I do at five-a-side when I've had a week of stress and I just want to take some anger out on an inflated piece of leather and just kick it really hard and miss the goal. But I'm not paid 15 grand a week, and it's not my job to play football. Swansea 1-0 against Portsmouth. Okay, starting to turn, people. Starting to turn. They've given it away. Norwich have a chance to break here. This is that's a cynical foul from Sheffield United. A really good chance to break there. I'll tell you what, if we nick this tonight, it will be a generational result. I'm expecting something bad to happen imminently. A huge thank you to every single one of you who've tuned in this evening, because this has been a tough watch in more ways than one. Oh, it was Cantwell that scored for Blackburn, was it? That is good news. That is good news. Good old Toddy. Good to see Toddy doing well. Jovan McCarmer down the right-hand side. He'll try and pick his head up and find a cross. He won't. He will go back. No, he's still going. No, he's not. Oh, Forson win it. Stronger in the tackle, Forson. No. Oh, no. Not loved what I've seen from Forson so far tonight. I've seen him do two things. Lose a 50-50 challenge and whack a strike into Rose Ed. Sorry, I missed this comment from Flackstar. Eating our Weber outwards. No, I don't think so. You know, it's always good to keep things moving, keep things changing, but you just have to get the next appointments right. And I think it was Henry Winter that said on the pod, Crescene beating all ends up there. Oh, shit. Well done. Good clear. I think it was Henry Winter that said on the pod, you know, the sporting director role isn't one to, you know, learn the trade. It's not one to get your work experience. Your sporting director needs to be a hardened shrewd operator. I just don't know if Ben Napper's that. I just don't know if he's that. He's talented, and like there are aspects of Ben Napper I absolutely love. There are aspects that I think he's painfully out of his depth. Jovan McCarmer will win the knockdown. He'll get it onto Emi Marcondes. I tell you what, Norwich have got in some good areas this last 5 minutes. If they can find a way, this is the type of result. This is the type of result where you go, oh, okay, maybe we can grind a result out. Because we were absolutely woeful for half an hour. Like nothing in this game is pointing towards a Norwich City result in any capacity. But at the moment, they're 10 minutes away from picking up a potential point. If they could just nick a moment, and somehow get out of this with 3 points, Blackburn have scored and Swansea have scored against Pompey, maybe you can start to believe a bit. Maybe that's where a season potentially changes. I'm not going to get too caught up with that. Matthew Barber says, sorry, it's forcing up front. Tonight's the weirdest night. We're drawing. I've seen Jack eat a burger. The game is gone. But TNC will live forever. Look, everything around us may die, but TNC will live forever. And I tell you what, as well, having an actual left back, play left back, I know, rocket science. Who would have thought it? Who would have thunk it? Having a left back at left back is actually working wonders. And I tell you what could potentially work wonders as well, my friends. Mate Jurisic is about to come on the pitch. We have basically changed half the side now from the starting 11. So I assume Mate will come on for Jovan McCarmer, which means the front line will now be... No, actually, he's not going to come on for McCarmer, is he? Hang on. So our front four is going to be Errol Mundell-Smith, Emi Marcondes, Forson Amankwa, and Mate Jurisic. What? Remember that game? That there was a game where we played Cardiff a few years ago. I think it was under David Wagner. I think we won it, actually. And it was Premoswa Poheta. It was Danny Barr. It was the most makeshift team ever. And I look back at that team and it gives me the shakes a little bit. I was like, oh God, how on earth was there a time where we had that team? And so, yeah, front four. Forson Amankwa, Emi Marcondes, Errol Mundell-Smith, who under Liam Manning was playing right back, Mate Jurisic. That is a pointless answer. I guarantee that in a month's time, if anyone asked me what was the front four that finished the game against Sheffield United, I wouldn't be able to name it. There's just no way I pluck those four names out. Pal Matson from distance. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, wow. Referee, put your yellow shirt on there, mate. Dear me. Slamane's just tackled himself and he's given it as a... Is that Matos? Is that the chap that used to play for us, playing for Sheffield United? That's superb. Seriously lucky to get away with that one. Sheffield United were about to break. 80... What we got? 83 minutes on the clock. Chaz Tats, the anticipation for Jurisic winner here is insane. Honestly, mate, I think it's in the script at this stage. This night couldn't have gone any less perfectly. And yet there's something about me that just feels like there's a bit of carnage yet to occur. And in a good way. Mate Jurisic, the redemption arc begins here, my friend. It will be whipped in from Mate Jurisic. I tell you what, it's a decent ball. I thought it was going to be Rory McConville at the back post to get there. Didn't quite. He is still sprinting up and down the pitch like a traction engine, that man. I tell you what, you would take a point at this stage, wouldn't you? You really would. We are currently, yeah. So, I mean, at one point we were 8 points adrift. We are now, I mean, we're still, yeah, well, I mean, we're still 5 points adrift. Mate, you're such a touch there. Oh, no. Don't remind me to watch that one back. We had a good counter-attack about to start there, and then Mate Jurisic got the ball. Someone give me positivity. I'm just slightly starting to fade a little bit. I felt good tonight. I have felt good tonight, and just starting to fade a bit now after seeing that touch. Pell Matson in the book. Someone mentioned earlier that the pitch looked really poor, and I couldn't comment on it because I couldn't actually see the pitch. Now I can see the pitch. I would agree, whoever said that. The pitch does look very poor. Just as I've said that, my stream's cut out. Oh, no, it's back. Errol Mundle-Smith with the throw-in on the left-hand side. I mean, this has been a topsy-turvy evening, hasn't it? This has been a topsy-turvy evening in more ways than one. This has been an utter scrap fest. And I tell you what, Norwich are in a really good opportunity here through Mate Jurisic down the right-hand side. And it will be forcing a Manqua. Oh, he hits one. He can't quite find it. It will fall to... Oh, foul. We've got in some, like, decent areas in the last 5 minutes. We've got some in some good areas, but I'm just slightly doubting the quality in the final third now. My stream's gone again. I give up. Yeah, just get me through it, people. Just tell me what's going on. I can't be asked to faff around with this anymore. 5 minutes of one of Norwich City's most important games of the season. I can't even watch it. It's gone. Someone said Pell Matson, future Norwich captain. Completely agree. He has been, once again, absolutely superb this evening. Everywhere. Big challenges, big engine on him, proper operator. He has, in terms of most improved players, he's been that guy. He has been that guy under Philippe Clement. If I see another one of these, right, Chaz, I know you're watching. Give me a ring. Give me a ring. I need to see it. I need to see it on WhatsApp again. I'll hold my phone here. We are begging for viewer Chaz Tats to come through so I can watch the game again because my stream. This is what I'm seeing, by the way. Can I? This is what I'm seeing. It just does this. Here he is. My lifeline. We're back. We're back in business.
We're back.
Has anything happened since it cut out? Has Errol Mundle-Smith been played through yet? Can you just confirm, because I feel like I'm in a fever dream, our front four is currently Mate Jurisic, Anis Ben Slimane, Errol Mundle-Smith, and Fortuna Manqua. Is that right?
I feel like you missed Emi Marcondes.
Emi Marcondes as well, yeah. I mean, that's pretty dark, isn't it?
I mean, it is dark, but I still feel like there's a force and screamer.
Oh, wow. Okay. This has been
commentary repeat.
Trying to keep up with this 11 without a commentary and without pictures has been so difficult.
Well, Jurisic got undressed twice, and Christene got ready twice as well. I don't know if it. I don't know what that means.
I was saying that. I mean, it's amazing that having a left back at left back makes you a better football team.
Yeah, who would have thought something so simple could make such a massive difference?
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. I love how we're just having a chat and a lot of people. Yeah, I will. Right, okay. We've got what 89 minutes on the clock, pretty much. 89 minutes on this game. Just see it out for a point at this stage. So just fill me in, chat. We've got Blackburn are drawing with Oxford. Portsmouth are losing. I tell you what. Oh, Forson. Oh, bad touch. Who's that? Oh, We've got in some good positions, haven't we? We've got
a yellow shirt on tonight.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? I mean, we'll take everything we can get. Oh dear, this doesn't look good.
It's fine. It's fine. It's our actual left back.
But he's been beaten. I'll tell you what, just a quick word. Jakov Medic, I've been pretty impressed by him tonight. He's got, he's shown a little bit tonight as Jakov.
He's learned to stop running through touch.
That helps. That definitely helps. We are battling. We are grinding. This is a proper 23rd place championship type performance. This is the Oxford United at Carrow Road type performance. Hansu Tycoon says Medic man of the match. Honestly, not the worst shout in the world. Honestly, not the worst shout in the world. How much added time we got?
Oh, don't know yet.
So we're saying Chaz Tats on the next podcast. It's genuinely not the worst shout in the world. We'll stream him in via WhatsApp.
I'm always available, mate.
Corner to Sheffield United. Okay, that's been given as
6 minutes.
6 minutes additional time. 6 minutes additional time. It is Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 1. The goal scorer for Norwich City, an own goal. The assist from Jovan McCarmy. If you are just tuning in, you are not reading it wrong. The front four is Mate Jurisic, Emi Marcondes, Errol Mundell-Smith, and yes, 5'6", Amanko Forson in the number 9. Do not blink, people. You are reading it correctly. 5 minutes left in this one. Can Norwich City cling on to what would be a really, really vital point on the road? It's Southampton on Saturday. It's followed up by Preston, and then we're into silly season. Then we're into a couple of winnable games. It's Watford, and then who is it? It's Charlton, then it's Watford. They, on paper, look absolutely monumental. Christmas could be made or broken by Norwich City over that period. Errol Mundell-Smith tries to turn out, and he will. Pell Matson, good play. Crossfield pass doesn't quite get to force the anchor. He's just running like a headless chicken at this stage. He's not been great, has he, Forson?
He really hasn't. No.
Well, I mean,
it's like battling on ice, mate. It's not.
To be fair to him, he probably didn't expect to end his night at Bramall Lane in the number 9, but here we are. Here we are.
I think he's still playing out on the right. I think Jurisic is our current line. I don't know if that makes you feel better.
It really doesn't. If you're just tuning in and you're wondering why I'm on the phone, my Sky is down, so we're streaming it via WhatsApp on here. So you're just gonna have to deal with that at this stage. Right, what we got? 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 1. Mate Jurisic in the number 9 for Norwich City. Pell Matson has been absolutely everywhere this evening. I tell you what, I mentioned for Jakov Medic as well, who's made a couple of really important challenges and actually made up and done the dirty work when others haven't wanted to. Ben Cresceni will be tested down this right-hand side, and he does well to battle, and that is what happens when you have a left-back and at left-back winning challenges in those areas where before the cross would have just been delivered and probably tapped in. Who's the captain now? TJPA. I think it's Pell Matson. It's Matson who is the captain. Fraser says, Jack, you should do this more often. Just make it up. Seems to be working for us. I make it up every week, Fraser. Corner ball from Sheffield United cleared by Matson. Digging in. I tell you what, there's a counter on here. Norwich City counter. They're in. They're in. Who's that? Is that Forson? Oh, he's put it wide. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Has he saved it?
It's a great save.
Oh, he did save it as well. Oh, my God. That was the moment. forcing a Mankwa one-on-one, unbelievable break from the corner. And oh my goodness.
If he scores that, I win 250 quid, so
Oh no. I thought he pulled it wide. It's an unbelievable save, wasn't it? Oh my God, that was the moment, people. That was the moment. It would have been the most remarkable of wins. In the 94th minute of this game, they do have a corner. It will be Forson to take it. It will be whipped in. Oh, that was the chance, wasn't it? Oh my God, what an opportunity. One-on-one, through on goal, counter, just score, just find a way. Was it a great save or was it a poor finish?
It was definitely fun.
One-on-one, Makama against Watford, missed. One-on-one, Forson against Sheffield United, missed. How costly could they be come the end of the season? Oh, dearie me. That was your opportunity. That was the moment. That was your moment where the season potentially flips on its head. From 1-0 down, it could have been the most memorable of 2-1 wins at Bramall Lane. With everybody injured, with everybody flat out, with a completely makeshift 11. That could have been the moment where it changed. Forster Mankwa, one-on-one, all from a Sheffield United set piece. And he just couldn't quite finish it. It was a good save from the keeper. Down to low to his left. I think it's Cooper, isn't it, in goal for them tonight. And I tell you what, this isn't over. Oh, it might be now. That could be all she wrote. What a strange game of football this has been. And if they can find a way to see this out the last couple of seconds, I think, all in all, we probably will take a point. Rory Singleton, 1,200 people watching a man watch a phone on his on a phone. Here we are, people, 2025. And I think that might be all she wrote.
Will he let us have one more attack? That's the real question. He's had a yellow shirt on most of the night. No.
1-1. Chaz, I thank you again. I'm going to hang up.
Yeah, all right, mate.
Thanks, mate. In a bit. People. 1-1 final score. We probably take it. That was a game where Errol Mundle-Smith was the left winger. That was a game where Forson Amankwa was right winger. That was a game where Mate Jurasek was your number 9. That was a game where Tony Springett was your left back. That was properly makeshift. And that was ultimately a seriously hard-fought point. It could have been the moment that changed the season at the end there. Slightly chaotic. I'm watching the game via a phone, via WhatsApp. Sheffield United corner, headed clear. Their whole team is up. Amankwa runs the length of the pitch, only has the goalkeeper to beat. Can't quite finish it. It was a good save. But you get the sense that if the shoe was on the other foot, and that was Sheffield United, that hits the back of the net. That's the clinical nature that we've just not had this season. And look, maybe if it was an actual striker rather than Forson, it hits the back of the net. But I recall, Sargent missing one-on-ones, Makama last week. But what I would say is that was a dogged team performance. It wasn't perfect. It was far from perfect. But as I said multiple times during that stream, you don't have to be perfect in this league. If you have a vague structure and a willingness to work hard, you will get places. And that's what they did tonight. Sheffield United, over the last 5 games, the most informed team in this division. That's fact. And Norwich have gone there tonight and done it ugly, but found the point. And I tell you what, we're inches away from winning it. I think we take that. I think we take that, people. It is certainly building under Philippe Clement. It is certainly building under Philippe Clement. Let's take a look at what the other scores were this evening. We were 1-1. So Watford 1-1, very late equaliser against Sheffield Wednesday, largely irrelevant. Swansea have beaten Portsmouth. Now, that is a notable scoreline in and around us. That means that Swansea are now up to 18th. Pompey just 3 points ahead of us on 17. We are 5 points from safety. So Oxford drew this evening with Blackburn Rovers. So there was a few real big games in and around the relegation zone tonight. Blackburn Oxford 1-1. Us and Sheffield United 1-1. Swansea beat Portsmouth 1-0. So they're in a really sticky position, Portsmouth now. Charlton lost again. So look, the gap is bigger than where we started. But I mean, it doesn't look pretty, does it? Don't look at the table. That's what I'll you're not going to sleep well if you look at the table. But you know, it was a promising, wasn't a promising performance. It was a performance of hard work and grit. And so often this season we haven't had that. You know, we haven't had that. So I think is it 7 points off safety or I don't think it's 7, is it? No, it's not 7 points. It's 5 points. 5 points from safety with an inferior goal difference. That's what I got a B in GCSE maths, but take that. I take a point against Southampton, says Canary. Look, it's momentum, right? It's just momentum. It's vaguely positive performances, and it's not losing football matches. You know, you will make ground on people if you just go a few games without losing. Just put a run of 3, 4, 5 games unbeaten. I'm not saying go and win 5 in a row, but what I am saying is go out there and just don't lose. Don't lose. Find a way, right? I'm saying that tonight. Just find a way not to lose. And they did that tonight. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't, but, McLean goes off injured. Sargent goes off injured. McCarmer limps off. Doesn't limp off, but it's shattered. Schwartau shattered. Tony Springett at left back. Like, this is such a mentally depleted, physically depleted team. We just have to take any scrap at the moment. We really do. We really, really do. Right. I'm going to go. It's been a long evening, and I thank you all dearly for joining me. I really do. Thanks to everyone for their super chats. Flaxter says, I know you've joked, but Onel should definitely join TNC. Flaxter, once Onel retires, he's obviously still at Charlton, he will definitely be part of TNC. And rather than me doing these, he will be doing the watch-alongs. And that will be definite value, I can assure you of that. Look, thank you all for joining. It's Sheffield United 1, Norwich City 1. That was a weird old game of football. I will be back maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow for a review. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all again very soon.